That was in 1994, and we had two little kids. David and I were very spiritual. We weren't looking for a conservative temple. We were looking for a place to call home, is basically what we were looking for. And we felt immediately at home. We felt relaxed, we felt home. So here's where we've been, where I've been for the past 31 years.
I didn't attend a traditional synagogue kind of growing up. I was privately tutored. And that was a little part of me, I think, missed having that experience. But I think it's great that I can now give back to something that I didn't really experience the same way. And so now I get to see almost the other side of it. Right?
So I actually came before I had a family. I came as a Hebrew school teacher, a religious school teacher, working, and I brought my sister in as a teacher too. So we kind of started together, which was a lot of fun. And it was after I had my kids, so I joined again with my 3 sons and my husband. That must have been 20 years ago.
My son at the time was going into 6th grade, my daughter was going into 3rd grade, and we wanted a little bit of everything, and we wanted them to have a really good Jewish education. David was very involved. He was on the Brotherhood, he was on the committees. In the early 2000s, when David was diagnosed and he was very ill with an incurable disease, we found out that there was a procedure that could be done for him. We were extremely private people. We didn't even tell anybody that David was sick. We didn't even want to talk about it. But this temple, my friends in this temple, the community, they pulled together for us and created a team to raise the money for this procedure that David had. We think it added to the years of his life. What I found, and the biggest lesson that my family learned, is that it was never about being private and not sharing that someone's sick in your family. It's about allowing the community to be there for you.
And coming to B'nai Shalom was like getting a big warm hug. My husband, who still practices Catholicism, and he goes to church every single Sunday, feels also like my kids that B'nai Shalom is a second home. He's always felt warmed and welcomed when he's come in, and that's been a great source of comfort for me. One of the most recent things that B'nai Shalom has done for me was with my mother's passing, which was a couple of years ago, and I really hadn't understood before that how much Jewish ritual is involved in someone's death, and that was the most comforting thing for me, to be able to rely on all of that ritual.
I remember thinking to myself, wow, this is an opportunity for me to certainly help the community and get more actively involved in the temple. I think anybody who knows me, I very much enjoy fixing things and seeing problems and envisioning solutions. It's a sense of pride, it really is, to really help out the community and know that you're doing this for everybody else in your family as well as the community at large.
And one night at services, it was her last service as president, and Judy got up and talked to the congregation. And for years, I was on shutdown, maybe 10 after David passed. That night when Judy spoke, her message was, be a part of this community. Be a part of what this family is all about, because this congregation has been my family. Good, bad, indifferent, people you get along with, people you don't get along, it's your family. We're family, that's what we are.
And so when asked to serve on the board, I thought I would love to give back to this community that's given so much, that's made my entire family feel so at home, that giving back and serving on the board was the easiest yes I think I've ever answered.
Projects around, I think folks know that I'm actively involved in helping us foster a new sign to show kind of the pride that we have for B'nai Shalom, but I hope that people will really enjoy it. And I think it represents who we are. It's not flashy. It's stone. It's meant to conjure those ancient thoughts of how long we've been around as a community, as a culture,
Such incredible teamwork. Incredible teamwork went into this magazine. So many thoughtful people who with talents beyond what you would imagine they would bring. We got together as a team to think about how can we tell our story? How can we really get people excited about the people who are part of our community? How do we really shine a light on the vibrancy of the people and this community as a whole? And that's what the magazine does. So it's a wonderful opportunity to get to know B'nai Shalom in a new way.
So I know it sounds a little bit cliche, but I do think it feels better to give versus receive. I hope one day someone will see that and be like, oh, this was broken for a little while, or oh, I didn't notice this new entity over here. I think it's a silent feeling of pride, kind of walking down the hallway and seeing and knowing that you did that and seeing other people react.
I really want to be part of this community that just opens its arms wide and gives everyone a big hug and supports them and helps them find their own joy here, and whatever that might be, and however they might want to participate, because there are just so many different ways to do it.
I want to help anybody I can that's been through anything I've been through. I want to remind us that we're a family. I want to remind us that we're here for each other. It's not always just about money. It's not always about time. It's not always about anything that our paradigms think it is. It's about the love that we have for this community. And that's why I'm here.
Your blood runs through my veins. Your triumph is my joy, and your sorrow is my pain.